Hello, everyone, and a big warm welcome to Mindfulness with Kelly. And if you're new, I'm absolutely thrilled that you're on this journey with me. Today, we're going to be exploring spiritual discipline, and then we're going to do a Metta Bhavana practice, which is a meditation that cultivates loving kindness. Dissolving the causes of aggression, anger, frustration, and all difficult emotions takes tremendous amount of discipline. And I guess in practical terms in our life, if you were to climb Mount Everest, for example, there would be a pretty strict training regime to be able to get your fitness up to a level to be able to climb Mount Everest, and it would take a lot of discipline in order to be able to do that. So when you're on top of Mount Everest, there would be an incredible sense of all your discipline being cultivated, and you would feel the levels of joy, of freedom, once you actually reach the top of Mount Everest. Discipline at an outer level, we could view as, in spiritual terms, we could view as a 30-minute meditation, or it could be, a 2-hour Dharma talk. And Dharma is just the teachings of the Buddha. Through meditation, we simply put light on our experiences through meditation. So breathing in and breathing out and following the breath, we notice different states of consciousness. We notice mood swings. We notice boredom. We notice dramas. We hear, regrets, self-loathing. And all that is quite highlighted within a meditation practice. And this simple, repetitive practice of meditation is like inviting richness into our lives through cultivating positive emotion. And it allows that door to be able to be open in order to experience that richness. And within this structure, we can proceed with compassion. On an inner level, we turn towards gentleness, honesty, and about letting go. And what I'm talking about letting go is letting go to clinging to any strong emotion, whether it be anger, whether it be self-loathing. And it's just allowing for it to arise and naturally just letting it go. The discipline the discipline of the practice is really about finding a balance of not being too rigid and not being too laid back. Because if you attach yourself to one of those extremes, then it's all about finding the middle way. And discipline provides us with the support to slow down enough and to be present enough so we can live our lives without making a mess. And cultivating discipline over time allows us really to connect to the richness of the here and now. And it also has an accumulative effect. So I'd like to just talk about my personal experiences. Is when I began meditation, or actually the discipline of practicing every day, I found it incredibly hard. And my analogy was, it was like buying a pot plant, putting some seeds in it, and waiting for those seeds to grow. And I remember, the first week, you'd kind of look at the seeds and there was nothing. And then you get quite disheartened because you think, oh, I'm not doing it right, or there's no benefit. And there's a little bit of aversion of you putting in all this effort and nothing comes to fruition. And then suddenly, through the accumulative effect of meditating and through discipline, you start to see the little green roots begin to grow, and that's when magic happens. And it's connecting or having faith, I guess, in the discipline of the practice that is key. I really recommend that if you've never meditated before, there's no such thing as I can't or I don't know how. And there's many myths behind meditation, like there's myths of it's just about relaxing and letting go and not thinking. But I feel the practice of meditation is so much more about spiritual discipline, because through cumulative effects, it has profound changes, and it can have the possibility of having a lot of freedom and a lot less suffering through experience. So now we're going to do the Metta Bhavana practice. And the Metta Bhavana practice is traditionally in 5 stages, and it's cultivating loving kindness. So the first stage is cultivating loving kindness for yourself. Second stage is bringing a good friend to mind and cultivating loving kindness for them. The third is bringing to mind a neutral person. The fourth is bringing an enemy or someone that you're struggling with. And the fifth is just well-wishing to all human beings. So in this practice, we're going to start with yourself, so the first stage, and then we're just going to branch out to the 5th stage and wish all beings well. You don't have to, you don't have to worry about anything. I'll be ringing bells and guiding you through this practice. So when you're ready, if you sit on a comfortable chair with your back upright, or you can lay on the floor. The only thing I recommend if it's your first time is having your back straight. That's quite important. So when you're ready, just close your eyes and I'll guide you through. So just slowly notice the clothes on your skin, and just start to notice the sounds around you. And just start to feel the weight of your body grounding down on the cushion or the chair. And just slowly connect to your breath. So just slowly just check into your breath and use your breath as an anchor to the experience. And as you notice your breath, just check into your emotional tone. Just check into how you're feeling now, without any struggle or resistance. And in this first stage, we're just cultivating loving kindness to yourself. And if you can visualize yourself in front of yourself, this may help to ground you. And as you visualize yourself in front of yourself, just notice your heart center and visualize a big beam of light coming from the middle of your chest and it going towards yourself and out of yourself. And we can use these traditional phrases of, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. May I make progress. And just notice the effects that those phrases slowly have on your heart. And if you feel any discomfort, or if you feel you're not doing this right, there's no such thing. It's just the discipline of sitting with your experience, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And you can just slowly repeat the phrases and see if you can connect with any warmth around your chest area. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I make progress. Just notice the words drop into your heart with kindness and openness. And if you get distracted, that's what minds do. Just allow your thoughts to come and go like the clouds in the sky. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I make progress. And just see if you can connect to the breath as you wish yourself well. And just be open and curious with whatever arises as part of your feeling experience. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I make progress. And just check back into your emotional tone. Check back into the feeling that these words are generating to your experience. And just slowly connect back to the breath. So slowly let yourself fade away. Now the fifth stage of the practice is bringing to mind a good friend, people that you don't know, people that you're struggling with, and just extend your well-wishing to all beings. And as you do this, just allow the love beaming from your heart or your heart center or the middle of your chest area. And you can visualize this big beam of light shining like the sun from within you, and extending your well-wishing to all your friends, to the people that live in your suburb, to the people that are living in the UK, on different continents, different countries. And just have a sense of feeling from your heart center of what that feels like. And it may help to use the phrases, may all beings be well, may all beings be happy, may all beings be free from suffering, may all beings grow and develop. And in this stage, you can connect to the suffering of the world and to the people that are unconscious of their actions, the people that aren't present with their emotions. And just connect to your heart center and visualize the beaming light coming out of you and spreading love to the world. And if you're struggling with a busy mind, just allow whatever thoughts to arise. Thank your mind for bringing them up and just coming back to the breath and to the practice. And just notice any sensations around your heart. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings grow and develop. And in this stage, we connect to the interconnectedness of the world. We have the same hopes and fears of other people. We can be unconscious like other people. We can cause pain like other people can to us. So it's just extending our love and well-wishing to all human beings and animals and to all sentient beings. And just as we start to let go of the practice, just spend a few moments connecting into the feeling part around the heart center. And just see if you feel restricted or you feel very open and very loving. But just allow whatever is there to be there without any struggle. Just slowly connect back to the breath. Connect back to the weight of the body on the floor. Just notice the sounds inside the room and the sounds outside the room. And just check back in to how you're feeling right now without any judgment, with complete openness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I just wanted to end the session on the accumulation of the practice. The lovely thing that the Buddha said about meditation is, don't take my word for it. Practice yourself and see the effects. And I guess that's my challenge to you, that if you even set up a 5-minute just sitting practice and focusing on your breath every day, you will soon start to notice and cultivate that level of the level of cultivating positive emotion at the simplest level, 5 minutes can have a profound impact if you do it regularly and if you're open to explore that experience. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you again soon.